What is up, man? Welcome to Tuesday, dude. How are you doing, Grant?
Cheers to Tuesday. I'm all right. How about you?
Dude, it's Monday the sequel yet again. It's just beating me up today. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we're getting to hang out here and enjoy ourselves. And it's going to be a little bit more quiet in here tonight. John is out. He couldn't handle the cold weather, and we understand. So...
AWOL. John's AWOL.
John's AWOL. John, man, if we aren't here like 15 minutes early setting up and doing everything, John starts texting us and just hammering us. So when the opportunity arises to call him out, we're going to take it.
Yes, indeed. That's what I was telling Stanley backstage. I had a tooth pulled Thursday. If John wasn't going to be here, I might have took tonight off, but we're here. Glad you guys are here with us. We got a few in chat already. If you're watching the replay, make sure you leave us a comment. If you're new, please subscribe. What's up, Ben, Mosier Boy, Wild Japan?
Mosier Boy, what's up, man? Edward,
what's up, Edward? Good morning. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock p.m. here, and it is snowing. It is 18, feels like 6. It is cold.
Hey, Ben, please tell her I said hi, man. Miss you guys. Any chance you guys are going to be making your way down to Padre Island for spring break or anything? Appreciate that, Mo. Thank you, sir. I've got for, It is as is traditionally the case. It's become a bit of a tradition for the members on my Patreon channel. I send out like a little thank you thing for Christmas for the emotional and psychological assistance that everybody gives me just by being in there. But I don't do it for Christmas. I typically send the Christmas stuff out in like March, and I've just about got that whole thing ready to go. So expect something in the mail come June or so.
Nice. March 2nd, likely the 24th through the 28th. Sweet.
Hey, nice, cool. If you guys are looking for you want to do a little bonfire out there or something, enjoy some whiskey and cigars, let me know. If not, you want family time, I totally understand that. I don't want to intrude, but if you're feeling social, love to hang out with you guys. Are the new tariffs affecting fishing equipment? That's a great question. I think it is. I haven't seen it. To be honest with you, I do the majority of my shopping for fishing tackle now is done online. I buy it all on Amazon. I know exactly what I want. I've got like, if you ever look at the description of my videos, I've got that link in there for the like my tackle box, and I literally go to that link. And you know what I do? And I don't always tell them this, but I go to Grant or John's channel, because this is my, Grant, please verify this so they know I'm being honest here. But I will literally go to their videos. I will open up their affiliate link, and then I will go to my tackle box, and I buy my tackle through the affiliate links a couple times a year.
Yep, definitely. What's up, David Martin, Mark J. Larson? Good to see you. Yeah, I haven't bought much, so I can't speak on the tariffs part. I bought some night bobbers here a couple weeks ago when we were first starting to crappie fish this year, but that was at Academy Sports, and I think they were $5 last year, so same price this year.
Hadn't seen a whole lot of difference.
No.
I don't know if the prices are going to be affected just yet. It might take a month or two for that to go into effect.
Right. I think it's some type of strategy, negotiation strategy, or, trying to be tough strategy.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. And I'm not entirely against that. I'm against some of the stuff. I'm not entirely against that because there needs to be a little bit of a reset on some things, I think. Yeah, dude, Mo, I hear you on that, man. That's going to be, I don't know. That's going to be me at some point this week. I'm going to need it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Waco this weekend to go see Peter, so I'll definitely be enjoying some of that.
There you go.
Miss Janet, pleasure to see you, ma'am.
Janet.
Academy saw me coming last week. I went to get real tune-up supplies. Saw Academy was having half off, already clearance prices on lures and tackle. Damn, man. Okay, so this is a learning moment for everybody here in the chat. And I'm sorry, Ben, I'm going to have to use you as an example on this because this is a big-time faux pas. When you run across a deal like that, you are required to let the rest of us know so that we can also take advantage, because I would absolutely be jumping in on that were it made available to me. He said he walked out with $140. Jeez. Oh my God. 140. So that's, if it's half off, that's like $300 worth of stuff.
Right. And that's when that's the time to buy. If you can get it for 50% off, then stuff's about regular price, really more affordable.
Yeah, that is definitely the way to do it. I mean, that's got to be what, Ben, did you manage to walk out of there with like 7-8 lures? God, your tackle box is going to be full, man. Hey, Monica. Monica, I got to say, like, you are hustling on YouTube right now. I'm seeing it. Like, I haven't been able to make every one of those streams. We've had conversations about you in our own little group chat, trying to be social and jump in and doing our thing. But, man, I got a lot of respect for what you're doing. Keep it up.
She's keeping the hands busy.
What's up, G?
What's up, G? Walleye and pike. Last day for ice.
That's, I guess because the ice is all supposed to be breaking up for everybody. We might get one more push.
I was gonna say, I would think it'd be thick after this week. Of course, it's probably gonna get back up above freezing for us too. So what we got here? Yeah, come Monday, it's gonna be 55 for the high and 38 for the low. So all this crap will be melting over the Sunday and Monday, hopefully.
Iowa fisherman Gunpoint was talking about how they're on borrowed time with ice. He thinks it's going to start breaking up here pretty soon.
Gotcha. And the season ended, so I guess you can only ice fish for a certain season.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine because we've all been there. Like there's guys who are going to go out there. There could be 3/4 of an inch of ice, and there's going to be somebody trying to walk on that.
Right. David, be safe. Be careful out there. No telling what's the temperature where you're at.
Yeah. Oh, man. Crap. Man, I feel for you on that one. Appreciate you coming and stopping by, hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, he's working out of town.
Tough times.
The bitter north of Canada, I think.
Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot to pin that comment. So we're going to pull up some questions here just to have some fun because there's some oddball ones out there that we're just going to take a look at. I did pin it. Okay. So if you look at the anybody who's interested, if you look at the pinned comment at the top of the chat, we're going to welcome on guests. If anybody wants to hop on and help us answer questions, you are welcome. Help us fill John's spot over here. Have some fun with us.
No doubt, Mark. I seen you say you were going to Nashville in somebody else's chat. I think it was, or maybe it was last week. And I was wondering if it was Nashville, Illinois, or Nashville, Tennessee. If you went to Nashville, Tennessee, you drove right past my exit for sure.
Monica, it had to be said.
Hopefully you had fun and got some videos coming out. I saw quite a few different live streams and videos from the conference down there, but I never did see you any of the videos.
You were looking for him like in the
I
background?
was looking for Mark in the background, you know.
I love doing that. I have so much fun with that. There was a fishing tournament down in, I think it was in Cozumel last summer, and I was all mad. I was all bummed out because I didn't know about it, and you know those are my haunts, and everyone was there. Like Kelly Young, Darcy was down there. I think Rob Arrington was down there. I'm not sure. There was dozens of these guys, and you know they were all staying in like the same hotel. I was super jealous. And in every one of their videos, like in every one of their videos, they were all talking about this tournament they're doing. And not one of them, none of them were like collaborating on the videos, hanging out after the tournament at the end of the day, getting up for breakfast in the morning. I thought that was a missed opportunity.
Definitely.
So if and when I can ever, I don't even have to be in the tournament. I will literally go wash decks. Any of you guys who are watching this after the fact, you go down to Costa Rica, Cozumel, you go down into my haunts for a fishing tournament. I will go down there. I will scrub the decks of that boat for you. I will cut bait. I will fillet fish, whatever you need me to do. And then I will provide you with the camera footage that you need to have a absolute stellar vlog when you come home. And that's going to be the first thing I propose, is that you spend a little bit of time, you go say hi to Kelly or Darcy or, you know, whoever is out there. You guys spend just a little bit of time talking to each other. We're going to we're going to ruffle some feathers. There's going to be a little bit of a dust up in there because it's got to have some drama, but we're going to make something awesome.
Definitely.
I know that went from sounding really cool until like at the end of it, it was like, oh, I don't know. He's kind of taking that out there. It'll work, I promise.
Oh, I've got faith in your skills to film somebody else having a good time.
Ruffle some feathers, piss people off.
No doubt. The North American Trapper booth, yep.
Ah, that's awesome. You got footage of that? There's got to be some value you'd be putting out there with that.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Yeah, there was quite a few videos on TikTok and a few on Facebook and Instagram. A few people that I follow. Yeah, we were on the interstate last night going to Walmart. We have to go to Kentucky to go to Walmart, so yeah, you wasn't far.
Dude, Ben, it's a really funny thing. Darcy, I need to talk to them about that, because Darcy and Brian have invited us out several times, and I keep telling them, like, you know, it's kind of like there's mix-up conflicts, but I keep telling them, like, dude, we are going to make that happen, and I one of my top things is I'm going to make it a valuable experience for you when I make my way out there. And I'm saying that because I'm one of those guys, like, I didn't ghost them, but I'm one of those guys who has not gone through with it, and I really, really want to. I want to make that happen. But I'm a big proponent of that, and it's amazing. It absolutely blows my mind the number of times I've gone down to the Packery Channel jetty, and there will be 100 YouTubers out there. There's 90% of an absolutely packed jetty. All of them have GoPro cameras, and nobody will even talk to each other. I'll go and I'll recognize them from their channels. I'll be like, hey, that's Al. Hey, look at that. That's the fishing family. That's I forget their name now. Anyway, but I run into these guys, and actually Fish with Family guys are pretty cool, but I'll run into these guys and they don't want to talk. They don't want, you know, like there's that element of, I guess they're a little bit of an introvert. They're just trying to be there doing their thing. And it really sucks, because there's been a couple of times where I'm like, I want to video bomb somebody. I want to have fun with it. I want to enjoy that, you know, that fun experience. I want other people doing the same thing to me. Not Texas Beach Bum's good about it, but Sammy from Everyday Beach Life is awesome about that. He video bombed me in a video that I'm working on now. I think we need more of that. Like, it's disappointing seeing these guys who don't get into it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fishermen guys seem to be really, like, I understand everybody wants to go do all their alone thing or whatever, but I mean, some of the most fun fishing trips I've had in my life, you know, were with these guys. We're us hanging out. Like that experience up in Michigan was just amazing. And I want to share that. I want to share that kind of experience with other people.
Right. Yeah, I've lost count of how many other YouTubers I've met now.
Yeah, it's same here. It's been a lot. What's up, Gibdoob? How are you doing, man? Had to change my name here. First time hopping in the stream. Hey, appreciate you coming and dropping by. We've seen you several times. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, you've lost 2 contests in a row.
It's been close.
Yeah, it's been close. You've been up there.
Yeah, Mosier boy, have a good night, man. Be careful.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Yeah, Gib Noob, we've seen several of your pictures.
You got some good. Wintertime seems to be your time. You got it dialed in. Yeah, yeah, I believe you. And he gets good fish and good shots. You keep them coming because I predict we are going to see a little bit of you on the Wall of Fame. Oh, while we're talking and hanging out here, we got some fishing questions. Let's take a look at them. Let me bring up my screen. So right off the bat, I'm going to need a little bit of help with this one. So, clueless what not to use on this. Anybody got anything on that? My immediate thought, I wish Ben was here. We go fishing because he's one that I'd love to hear his thoughts on this. I am not big. I don't know exactly what that is, unless that's one of those things where you stuff bait inside there and that keeps it. I don't know why it has such long.
Yeah, I don't know if it's some type of bait holder or chum holder or something. I'm not familiar with that. And I didn't see the question in Discord either. So
you see, this is why we're answering these questions here. This is why we are the authority. I say we, I mean everybody here. This is why. Right there.
Japanese rig.
Damn. You have a suggestion on the knot for that? My thought would be to put a bead right there and then tie a knot to hold that bead in place. But that's going to make this thing slip down to the hook, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I am not sure exactly with that one. Do you need it to slide into the hooks?
Say clip it onto a swivel.
Well, I think, that ought to work, right? Clipping it onto a swivel, because then it'd be like this. It looks to me like this thing slides. I don't know. Those hooks got to be tied up in there. So if this thing slides, you could just hook that to a swivel. It's not going to slide all the way past that.
Yeah, I like it. Looks like it'd be good for catfish.
It does. I was going to say the same thing. It looks like it'd be good for a squid. Squid are weird. The way to get squid is you want them to get all tangled up in the lure. It needs a weight sliding behind it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, if you put like a bullet weight or something, that'd be neat.
Yeah, Monica was saying the same thing. You guys are on the same page with that. Looks like a carp spring feeder. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Like it looks like that, but I don't know why you need all those hooks for like a carp. They got like a smallmouth.
Yeah, I've never went after carp for fishing. I mean, I've watched several people carp fish, but
Mark's saying it's what it is. You see,
this
is why I'm going to bring this up again one more time here for anybody who is watching this after the fact. If you're not watching us while we're live, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. And this is exactly why we do what we do. You need to be here when we're live because you can get your questions answered for people all over the world who've got these answers. So thank you to the guys who have been popping in and doing that.
No doubt.
Okay, he says the multiple hooks are to get the carp multiple chances to get hooked as they're feeding on it. Okay, that makes sense. They sell them on Amazon.
Might be something to try.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I would seriously, that looks like it'd be a good one for squid to me. What's up, Maltov? Good to see you, man.
So,
yeah. 3 angles. Yeah, 3 different chances to catch. I mean, if your lines are going to get tangled up with a bunch of other guys anyway, you might as well have a lot of hooks on it.
right, have a better chance.
All right. Gloves or no gloves? You know what? I've got gloves and I do enjoy wearing them, but I'm largely a no gloves guy. If I'm offshore, you will see me put restaurant Band-Aids on my knuckles, specifically so that I can hand line in fish and I can pull tight on line if I have to retie a leader. I really want to wrench down on it, and that I always get cut right there every single time, both hands. So I'll wear Band-Aids on my knuckles.
Yeah, I'm not a glove person at all.
They kind of get in the way.
I was putting some plastic down before the snow this afternoon, and I had to come in and get some gloves because my hands were freezing. But yeah, normally I don't wear gloves.
It's the most annoying thing in the world when you're trying to get a hook out of a fish's mouth, you're trying to tie on a lure, and those things get tangled up in a glove. That is miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I do use gloves, and the gloves that I have, fingerless, absolutely. I don't even like using gloves for filleting fish unless I'm really going to hammer some stuff out. Like if I am going to go through, 3 dozen snapper, I'm going to get my biggest, sharpest damn knife, and I'll have gloves just so that I don't even have to look. I'll just start hacking away at them.
Yeah, I could see, like Ben saying, to keep from messing your hands up from the gills.
Yeah.
If you're doing that type of fishing for sure, or shark fishing or something like that, I'd probably want to wear some gloves.
I'll accept that. If we're doing big snapper, I'll accept gloves for that. I'll suck that one up. Mark is a no gloves guy. Even during ice fishing, can't have my winter gloves smelling like pike when I get home. Dude, that's the worst. You guys have pike, and I know those guys are smelly. We have hardheads down here, is the ones that just hardheads and ladyfish that smell awful. And it is, I don't even want to put those gloves in with laundry, you know what I mean, to get those things washed. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they probably do cause some damage to the fish. I hadn't thought about that. I don't put a lot of... I'm eating everything I take, so...
Might take some of the slime off of it or something.
Yeah, it could. Good call on that. You're not wrong. All right. Anybody got any thoughts? How can they cast this farther? You could do a Carolina rig and add some weight to it. Ultralight rod.
Yeah, smaller line, smaller rod and reel.
It says he's using a 4.6 ugly stick. So ugly stick's a little bit stout. The GX2. I've got a couple of those rods. So those GX2s are stout. I really like them, but that's a very stout rod for casting this. I'm going to say same as what you're saying. Like go ultralight, but go with like a Quantum. The QX36 is excellent. I think it's the QX36. Excellent for like a super light. It's real whippy to cast out stuff like that. And he is using 6-pound mono.
Yeah.
Point says, switch to braid. Next question. Yeah.
Yeah. 6-pound.
Yeah. 6-pound is too heavy. Wow. Okay.
So I was going to say a little, smaller line, it'll cast farther too. So if you do 4 pound or something.
Yeah, 6 foot. Yeah, you'd get a little bit more whip if you had a really ultralight rod. Because that GX2, those things are stout. I catch big redfish and sharks on those things.
Yeah, longer rod help you cast farther too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is put a swivel on there, just add something that adds a little bit of weight to it.
Yeah.
Too much tech talk. Just whip it out. Spend some time in the gym. Get good. What's up, JC?
Put you a little split shot.
Yeah.
10 inches or so in front of it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Why do my soft plastics look like we're doing a lightning round? We're trying to hammer through as many questions as possible. Why do my soft plastics look like this and not straight? We're gonna make this a quick one. I think it makes them do this in the water. Yeah, it gives it some action. What's up, Bait the Hook?
What's up, Tim? JNC No Limit. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I don't know if it's the way it's rigged in the. So, like that type of tube jig, typically you want to put that jig on before you tie your knot, right? You want to push it through the jig, pop the eye out for your line, and then tie your hook on. That would be my suggestion for the best way to get it straight. Have the hole for your eye of the for your hook there coming out the side of the tube jig before you tie, and then tie your hook onto your line.
Yeah, I see where you're going. It's just rigged a little wrong. I see. I don't use these tube jigs like that myself. I prefer a paddle tail.
There was a time when I fished Kentucky Lake quite a bit in my 20s, and man, we'd wear the bass out on those things.
You know what, Ben? I had the exact same issue, and I don't have any on me right now, but I moved over to those. I don't know how to describe them, but it's a hook. It's a weighted hook. Instead of a jig head, it's a weighted hook, and it's got a spring coming off the eye. And you just take that spring and you screw the soft plastic into the head of the jig and then hook it through. And man, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
That was my solution because I can't do this well either. Good to know, Good Noob. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, 1 second here. My screen's getting funky. Good solution for cooking fish lakeside that's not top heavy?
Top heavy.
Oh, he says, okay, so he uses a little propane camping stove. It's got a skillet on top and it's too heavy. It's prone to falling over on the soft ground.
An open fire? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll make a fire, man.
Yeah.
Make a little campfire.
Yeah, make a little campfire with some rocks around it. A couple flat rocks that your frying pan will sit on. Making me hungry talking about cooking fish.
I know, right? I'm feeling that.
And smell that
Yeah.
pepper steak.
Mark, I'm not even kidding, dude. I got turned on to those about 2 years ago, and I am like, I think I have like 3 packs of them. I don't even use artificials that often. I use artificials like probably 2-3 times a year. And I've got 2 packages I bought a year ago that I haven't even opened. That's just how much I enjoy them.
There you go. Grill it in some foil.
Yep. Throw that on the engine. Yeah. Ben, we're right here, dude. Throw it on the engine. Call it a day. You're good. That's your answer.
Yeah.
No, we're not answering. Okay. How's my FG? How's everybody rate that? I give that a 9. He's got that guy right there. Otherwise, I don't see any tail on this, so good cleaning that up, but I have questions about whether or not it's going to hold, but if he did it right, I don't see where he put the little square knots to tighten that guy down.
Yeah, I don't even have a clue what that is.
Etsy's got his braid, and he's tied it down to his mono, to his leader.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the FG is just a super thin knot. Like that guy is supposed to be about the same diameter as your mono.
Huh. Yeah, I've never done that. Heard of that either.
I give it a solid. Like I'll put you at 8.5. That one little, you got one little busted thing, and that's not going to hurt anything at all. It's just an appearance thing. If you're going to show it off in pictures on the internet, you need to get your little busted thing out of there. Otherwise, you're good. Oh yeah, it is. A good FG is a thing of beauty. A good FG and a snelled hook. I'm doing it again with the chef's kiss. That's it right there. I'm an Alberto guy. Boo! I did Albert for a long time. And then I moved over to FG, and I'm just not going back. You're not wrong. It's not a bad knot. I'm not knocking you. I'm just hazing you a little bit because the FG is pretty much the epitomal knot. Too shy and insecure to go fishing alone. Well, we got a bunch of YouTubers in here. Anybody want to give some answers on that one? What do you do?
I don't know. So they don't want to go alone?
Yeah, that's a little... I mean, that's part of the fun of like some of those fishing trips is getting out and away from people. There's plenty of places you can go that are lonely. You're not going to find anybody. There's not going to be anybody there. So you don't have to have somebody as that emotional support. I understand having the emotional support animal person. I have several of them that I need in my life. I offer that same service to others, but you don't need that. Like there's piers you can go to certain times of day, stretches of beach, whatever the case may be, where you can get out there, get some fresh air, and you don't necessarily need that.
Right. Yeah.
Says, what if the line gets caught in the rocks or if you don't catch anything? Then you are an absolutely normal fisherman. That's what happens if you experience that.
Yep. And if somebody's always around that wants to go fishing with you, then I guess there's nothing wrong with that either.
I was going to say, instead of talking to these clowns over here, you need to be hanging out with us in here. Then you wouldn't have this issue. Got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Yeah, I agree. That's part of life. That's just a good lesson to learn. Ben, exactly right. Exactly. It's like a fishing trip like that is a prayer, in my opinion. I agree with that. It is nice. Like if you're learning, you know, a lot of times, yeah, you need that mentor, you need that person. But I've had so many, like, they're not even good fishing stories. So many times where I went out fishing and it was like I got off at work. There was a time, and I've got tons of these stories, but this is the one I'm going to tell. Got off of work. It was like 3:00 in the morning. And I was hanging out with this dude that was like, yeah, we catch fish with cigarettes. No, you don't. Get the hell out of here. Shut up. No, you don't. Yep. We catch fish for cigarettes. I was like, this is Corpus Christi, and I know that the fish have some addiction issues down there, but you're not catching fish with cigarettes. He's like, nope, I catch fish with cigarettes. I was like, all right, I got to see this. And we went down and just screwed around on the pier for like an hour. The dude didn't catch a single fish, but the way he was jigging a cigarette in the water, I'm sold. Like I bought in. Yeah, you can catch fish with cigarettes.
Cigarette butt.
Yep. Just
Nice.
used it like a tube jig.
Huh.
Not sure. I'm not too familiar with which reel. I mean, it kind of depends. Is it open face? Is it a spinning rod with your wallet? Is it expensive? I'm glad. I hope you got a laugh out of that. I love leaving comments like that every now and then just to get a rise out of people.
No, but for real, how far is that spot from you?
Yeah, seriously, it's probably 4 hours away. It's not one I've ever been to.
Gotcha.
I was trying to give that high engagement comment on his video, something people could laugh at and join.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I was just curious how far it was because it looks like they were wearing them out.
Oh, yeah. He's getting good at what he's doing. You watch with the amount of work that he does, the amount of fish that he catches, that dude's he's gonna whoop us all.
As long as Karen keep her mouth shut in front of the game warden.
Why is it always the wives? Oh.
Yeah, go check that one out, guys.
I'm hearing some video ideas in here. That's all I'm going to say about that. Real help. Looks like he's having trouble spooling that. Yeah, so you're supposed to, or what I do on this is I use a little slip knot because this little bumbly thing right here, that's going to catch your line and screw things up when you're casting. So I like to use just a real simple little slip, like a loop wrapped around itself. And I do that so that, like, if the reel is spinning this way, I want it to wrench down on that loop and tighten it down. That's how I do mine.
Yeah.
That's a question. Maybe I probably need to make a video about that one because I know people ask that one a lot. I did too. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Put some braid on there as my thought is a braid backer for that. Yeah, no, you got the right idea. A braid backer will help that same issue. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I had a buddy that tied 3 square knots. For every lure that he tied on, it was just 3. That was it.
I've got like 4 knots under my belt, 4 or 5, and it's all you need. Fish too big for the cooler. Now you are speaking my language. I'm going to go ahead and no, I'm kidding.
I've never had that problem. I'm not sure. No.
Get a bigger cooler,
Yeah, not for freshwater at least.
If you're using a 120 quart cooler and your fish is bigger than your 120 quart cooler, then you have earned the right to go out there and get the bigger cooler. That's why they make them. That's how you earn it. I think that's pretty much the answer on that one. You don't want to cut them up, so. 0 bites using worms here. Move along.
They just wasn't wanting to bite.
Yeah. Go deep. Looks a little chilly out there. Go deep. We don't know what that lure is. Keep getting snagged. Yeah, there's your answer right there. Put a bobber on.
Yeah.
How to catch other sea fish. Try different locations with different bait. I'd suggest going live bait.
Yeah. Try to change it up.
Yeah. You got to practice and experiment. Going to Bass Pro for the first time. Any suggestions? Chat, this is somebody who needs help. They're going to Bass Pro Shop for the first time. And if this gentleman doesn't get answers, you know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to walk out of there with $1,000 bill and a less of a girlfriend.
Yeah, don't buy it unless it's on sale. Is my advice.
Take money.
You can find a better deal somewhere else more than likely. They're high dollar. They're proud of their stuff.
Yeah. What's up, Ben? We go fishing. Man, your ears are burning. We were talking about you a minute ago. Avoid the timeshare booth.
There you go.
Yeah, Ben, you're on fire, man.
Yeah.
Be prepared for it to be expensive. Okay. Let me see. Let's see if we can zoom in on that a little bit better. I get bait. I got lucky once with lures over bait. That time it made sense. Rainbow trout were cannibals, so this is going to be for you guys. They're going after other rainbow trout. Super, really good. I like fishing and hunting for the meat and exercise. I tend to bank fish a lot for sunfish. If I want to go for larger fish like walleye, big bass, and catfish, what lures would you use?
Yeah.
For walleye, big bass, and catfish, what's your choice of lure on that one? From the
Say minnows, you could probably catch everything, all those with minnows. Just depends on the type of the year, time of the year on minnows.
Oh, he does say, yeah, minnows, mealworms. I thought he was talking about artificials. Yeah, minnows, duh, live bait. What are those things called?
I don't know.
Any minnow.
I don't know that mealworms would be that good for anything but panfish, really. Maybe trout. I don't. Bluegill really likes some mealworms.
Is that a real thing? Do they really have that there? I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, They especially at the one in Memphis, they've got hotel. There's a hotel in there, so then you got these people coming up to you wanting you to fill out all your information so that you can stay in one of those hotel rooms next summer or something like that.
Wow.
Definitely.
Wow. I didn't know that was for real.
Yeah, it is.
Match the hatch. Well said. That's exactly right.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Whatever they're looking for. I mean, the whole idea is that you want to put, give your best. That's one of the things I say like all the time. I said it like, I don't know, a dozen times that last video, that there's something that, that they're looking for, it's all about your presentation. You want it to look good. You want it to look natural, and you want it to be something that they're accustomed to seeing. If you have like this bright pink thing with yellow spikes sticking out of it, and it's got a big, silver spring and 50 red hooks hanging out the back, probably not going to go for that quite as much. Minnows are night crawlers. Get them out of the vending machine.
Tonight, you went fishing tonight? You're not froze up there?
The bottom. But you got minnows from a vending machine. I've never seen that before. I've seen night crawlers from a vending machine. Yeah, that's a new one for me.
Okay. Leeches for walleye.
That's a real technical question. I mean, big, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I don't know that I'd buy live fish off of Amazon. That's interesting in itself.
Yeah. I tend to agree. You're going to need, like, I know just for like the shrimp and stuff that they keep down here, those tanks are like 1,000 gallons, something. They're big.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They bought minnows to feed the fish in the fish tank.
Ah, gotcha. That is cool. Out of a vending machine. Am I underspooled? Nah, that looks good to me. I think you need a leader line on there, but otherwise you look good. And that's some pretty braid too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My 2 cents on that.
You wouldn't want to put much more on there. It looks pretty full.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking like 12 feet, maybe. The length of the rod twice over, so it's not even spooling itself. Why do they stay like this after he's letting them go? You lift them too hard for the camera.
Muscle memory.
They are in shock and awe of you, sir. I agree. It does. It has enough. It has the room on there needed for a little leader. You couldn't believe he fell for that thing. Oh, that's interesting. Just having an aquarium with a few extra minnows in it for the next time. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to get a little bit of a PSA on vermiculture, to be honest with you, Grant, since we had you here.
On vermiculture?
Yeah, worms for, like, doing your own worms for bait.
I got you. Yeah, that's a good way to have worms all the time.
Mr. Lopez, pleasure to see you, sir. Appreciate you coming hanging out with us. It is that time. What do y'all say we take a look at some of our own photos here? Now we've got some answers under our belt here. We hope that we were able to answer all of your most pressing questions. And if not, if you have further questions and you need more answers than what we were able to provide here, if you're watching after the fact and you didn't get all the answers to your own questions, feel free to leave a comment down there. Or if you'd like a more personal experience, you should join us in the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. That is where we all get together, have a chat, and like to enjoy each other's experiences vicariously. And that's what we're going to be looking at right now is all of the photographs from everybody who was doing that all weekend long, who managed to get outdoors and rub it in our noses. Starting off with, of course,
yeah, that was from 2 days ago, the 16th. Had a few deer move through the snow, and it had pretty much melted yesterday, and then now it's snowing again. So I'm sure we'll get some more pretty pictures tomorrow like that.
Nice.
I had a few this evening right before it got dark. They were standing out there in front of the camera with snow on their backs. It had just been snowing for about 30 minutes. The difference between 30 minutes was like no snow left on the ground to it was just starting to cover the ground. So
that's cool. You got a good camera there too, man. It gets good shots. I like the color.
Yeah, that's the Tacticam. That's the X, the 3X. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, we're still seeing some antlers. So they haven't lost them all yet.
And then I didn't get out. I didn't do it. I've been working on videos all weekend, so I was a dud. But thankfully, I have you guys to give me what I need. Starting off with Vestuvian. So last week we were talking about doing homemade honey and stuff. And so this was his batch of honey that he was working on. I'm going to try and trade him some honey for rum or wine or something.
Heck yeah. Love some honey.
You know what? If I can get, I'm going to talk to him. So I talked about sending off the Patreon Christmas gifts super late, like I always do. I'm going to talk to Vestuvian, and I may hold off a little bit later because if I can get my hands on a couple of these to send off, I will do that. I'll add it to the thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Tarnar, just getting out there and seeing some beautiful mountain conditions.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous stuff, man. Keep those coming. Wild Japan, of course. So he was out there, and again, just as he typically does, had just a wonderful adventure out there. Does not do him justice in the amount of awesome he got to experience last week.
Yeah, I was surprised to see the ice and snow over there.
Yeah, it was a little change of pace.
Yeah, some pretty stuff.
Yep. Iowa fisherman just getting us some beautiful shots out there in the snow. He's got some fish coming up here in just a minute.
Very nice.
You know, we got G Llama. He was hanging out earlier. I didn't see him in the chat, but he went out and had himself a day, man. Got himself a good stingray.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's a big one.
And you can't really tell from these shots, but I'm just stupid envious of this. that those black little outcroppings that right at the water line, those are mussels. And if they're the mussels, I think they're really good eating.
Huh.
Well, if they're the green mussels.
Okay. Yeah,
so just FYI on that. You like your seaweed. If you like your seafood, G Llama, it's worth trying. In my opinion, you're on the other side of the world, so I'm not going to say that for sure.
Nice crappie.
Yeah. Fishy feet, and Rupert managed to get himself out there into a couple of really nice snook.
Snook.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've never used them. I always have like a couple of tuna on hand, a couple of bonita that I use for a shark bait just because they're super smelly. But I've heard that many times that they're good for shark bait. I've just never used them myself.
Interesting. Some good shots.
Martin getting out there. He was talking about like how the action he was getting on that little rod with that fish. He was loving it, getting all dramatic with the camera shots. At Bait the Hook, I've taken up the habit of the burying. Like I used to, well, never mind what I used to do, but I've taken up the habit of burying fish guts in the garden. Fertilizer. Yeah, I probably should take some seaweed or something for that.
Yeah, I think Bait the Hook got some sent to him from California or somewhere.
Really? So it's that good?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if that's the case, I'll pick up some of the seaweed here and take some home.
Yeah. I
was not aware of that.
Kelp meal. Some nice bluegill, bass.
He was a little disappointed. He had some issues with the GoPro and stuff like that. But he's going to be out back and at it again this weekend. I think he's got some crazy adventure he's going on. Just waiting to see that video, man.
Yep.
And so Wild Japan, I don't know if you've posted this video yet or not, but he went on a hiking adventure and then he's got like some crazy footage of this person about to fall down the mountain that he saved. And he's got it all like on that firsthand GoPro thing. I'm not going to give any other spoilers. I'm not going to give any other like thing on that. Anything that Wild Japan cares to say about that, you go right ahead, sir. But just know if you want to see that adventure, check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff coming up here.
Yep.
And we got Pickles getting out on the water, getting himself some nice little trout.
Very nice. Pretty fish. Editing it right now, Wild Japan says. All right.
Nice. There we go. So you still got time to catch it when it drops. Envious of that, Pickles. I've not been able to get into trout yet. Martin making another run at it after he had that golden dorado. Now he's got this. I don't even know what this thing is.
It's neat looking.
Yeah. You know, most of the time when they're colored like that, they tend to taste pretty good.
Yeah.
Vinny, got yourself a nice snook. And then our snook king of the week had to come back and get himself another couple of series of good redfish. This is Rupert from earlier.
Yeah, very nice.
That's a stud. That is a stud redfish. Not as big as the ones I get, but that's okay. Not many people can do that. He's trying. You know, apparently it is edible. I've never done it myself. I've eaten a lot of weird things. I haven't done sargasso yet. I would bury some in the garden, though. Yeah, especially for Florida, that's a good redfish. Yeah, we do things a little bit different here in Texas, but still, pat on the back, Florida. I'm afraid I have very little experience with trout myself. Anybody else ever got a lightning trout before?
I'm still trying to catch my first trout of any kind.
You got Sniper Boy, who is new, but tearing it up.
No doubt. Nice variety on the ice.
Yep. It seems like he's in his element.
Yeah, he's got the spot that day.
I don't know why I never did that before. Well, I didn't do much gardening before. That's the reason why. Now that I'm doing gardening, and obviously, like, fertilizer has become like a huge thing in my life now, and I don't want to spend money on it when I already spent a whole lot of money on the fish I'm collecting.
Right.
Now, this is our 2025 Wall of Fame, and obviously it is growing fast. It is time for us to add somebody else to the wall. We need to pick ourselves our photographer of the week. Our options are going to be Pickles, Rupert, and Sniper Boy. Are we going to add our first speckled trout? Are we going to let Rupert have a win with that decently sized redfish? Or are we going to have a Green Bay Packers fan with one of the biggest walleye we've ever seen in our lives onto the board? Let us know now. Vote A, B, and C. And to be completely fair, like Pickles, I didn't do you justice on that trout. Those are some good trout you got there, buddy.
Yep.
Is that what that was? That was the lightning trout? So, okay, the lightning trout, he was asking about that earlier. Check this out. He was that's him in the yellow on the left side over there, Fish Guy Josh.
Oh, okay.
And if you want, Josh, I'll change that over to, I'll change the name on that to Father Son Fishing if you want to represent your channel on there.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's see where we're at here. Pickles.
I think I called it a Palomino trout. I don't know if that's what it was or not. The lightning trout. All right, I'm gonna go for B.
Oh shoot, I gotta catch. All right. I hyped up Green Bay for good reason. I'm a Packers fan. I like walleye. I like my Wisconsin peeps. But Pickles is my boy. He's getting my vote.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember seeing B in the Discord server and was like, that picture is going to be in the finals. I know it is.
You can tell them when they stand out like that. It's a decent red. It's okay. Do we have any redfish on there right now? We don't.
No.
I know. I need to get on it. I need to get mine on there.
Yeah, you
Trout
definitely
don't have scales. That's not a real trout. This is actually a species of kingfish. We call them trout because everything in Texas is either a trout or a perch.
So you definitely need to get a redfish on there before Ben and Karen start catching them again this year.
Right, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. We're fixing to come up on sheepshead season, so I need to gun into those real fast. But you're right. I need to get out there and make my stake my claim. Well, guys, that is it, man. I think we have ourselves. Yeah, exactly right. I think we have ourselves a winner. Oh, thanks, Grant. You're just making life hard on me.
Well, we're going to be froze up this week, so don't plan on seeing any fishing pictures from me this week.
I'm going up to Waco, so I'm going to be going for catfish, perch, and trout.
There you go.
We got ourselves a winner here. Congratulations, Sniper Boy. You got it by one vote. You got us a walleye on the board, and you got yourself your first Photographer of the Week win and a spot on the 2025 Wall of Fame. Congratulations. Also, a big pat on the back and congratulations to the guys who made me work twice as hard putting together the slideshow. That's Wild Japan, Gunpoint Llama, G Llama, and Martin Puerco Espin. I hope I said that right.
Yes. We got some new name this week. Glad you made it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys coming out and doing what you do. Please get out there and do more of what you're doing, because it is really nice to be able to kick back and enjoy the fishing that you're doing when we're not able to get out there and do it. Like, right now when we got this freeze coming through, it's really nice to be able to enjoy you guys doing freeze right.
Yeah, it's wintertime. Spring will be here before we know it, though.
Yeah, hopefully we're just like weeks away. But on that note, it is time. We got to go. Everybody's got to wake up, do work in the morning, because we have a weekend to enjoy, and it's time we got to get ourselves ready for that. Hope you have a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing what your weekend looks like next Tuesday when we do this all over again. Be safe out there. Stay warm. We'll catch you in the next stream, guys.
Have a great week.